involved in the Keeping Tabs project?
How was I involved in the Keeping Tabs project? So the collection of tabs had already finished by the time I was kind of getting involved in the project, but I was at CDS when they were constructing the sculpture and first opening it. I remember pretty vividly like the first opening ceremony and when they finally finished like building the sculpture, and then they started giving tours, and the whole first opening ceremony, the whole school went out for it. So.
What memory stands out in your mind most about this project? Like I know you started too. But.
So yeah, I think what stands out the most to me is like that first unveiling of the sculpture, and just having the survivors speak, having some of the administrators speak. It was just like really inspiring and empowering to like see it finished and like all out in front of you and just see like the full scale of it.
How did you feel about the project when you were at CDS?
How did I feel about the project when I was at CDS? Well, I think the Keeping Tabs project was inspirational to a lot of students, and helped to put a lot of what happened in perspective, like seeing the sheer number of pop tabs that are out there. Just kind of like gives like a physical like tangibility to the number, like 6 million, which is really empowering. It seemed like they were putting a lot of work into building the sculpture. It took a long time in coming. As students, we'd been hearing about the project going on for a very long time, so to actually see it as a final product was pretty cool.
How do you think the project impacted the CDS community and the neighborhood?
I think let me start over. I think the Keeping Tabs project helped to inspire students at the school and Jews around the community and even debatably around the world. I think at the time it was like the largest physical display of something like a memorial for the Holocaust in the world. So to have that right here at CDS and like right here in Squirrel Hill and in Pittsburgh was really inspiring and powerful. And like I said before, kind of helped to put the whole event in a bit of perspective for the students who are learning about it, along with being able to go out and view the memorial and view the sculpture.
So, going off of that, how has the whole sculpture influenced you personally? Not just the school and not just the community, but you personally.
So kind of like I said, for most students, I personally felt that the sculpture helped to put the Holocaust in perspective for me. Being able to actually go into the sculpture and view the number and like see it in a tangible number, how many there were, really helped to just give a different outlook on it. Like, yes, we learn about it, and especially at CDS, we learn about it so much, and it's always mentioned that we become numb to it, and we don't even think about it anymore. So to see it in that new perspective and in a new light and a new form really helps to give a better understanding.
What advice do you have for students working on the Keeping Tabs 2.0, which is this project to create a virtual reality space for the sculpture? What advice do you have for students working?
The advice I would give to students working on the Keeping Tabs 2.0 would be to Give me a second. I need to think. Um, the advice I would give to the students working on the Keeping Tabs 2.0 project would be to not forget that what you're doing matters and what you're doing makes a difference. A lot of times, especially when you're in middle school, you feel like you're very small, and what you're working on and whatever you're doing doesn't have an impact and doesn't make change. But something like this, the project, the Keeping Tabs 2.0 project, that's giving a virtual reality so that the sculpture can be seen from anywhere in the world, is really powerful. It doesn't limit what they've done here at CDS and this amazing memorial that they've created. It doesn't limit it to just people who come through the school and people who come to Pittsburgh. Anybody in the world can be part of it, and it kind of helps with the Jewish peoplehood and Jewish identity aspect, that Jews all over the world can kind of join together through things that have happened and looking to the future. So to be able to share that with everyone is really important.
And final question, what can we do to keep this sculpture alive for CDS students today, besides the fact that we're doing a virtual reality space? Like, what other ideas do you think you might have for the sculpture?
What do you mean?
I mean, so like you said before, the Holocaust has become, as you said, numb, kind of, to students who are learning about it because we've learned about it so much. What do you think we can do to, unnumb it? I don't know, how to rephrase it any other way, but how to make it more,
So maybe having classes, like you have a facing history class, to maybe have a class, like once you've kind of finished your history learning, you can go and actually have like a class out in the sculpture and just talk about its impact, like the impact of the Holocaust and like how it affected Jews and how it's affected people all over the world, and just to be able to be inside the sculpture and see, from that perspective, and the numbers, like tangible numbers, I think would be impactful, just to remind people, like after you finish the class or at the end of the class, that that this is still making an impact, and that it's not over.